After 25 years, I have to admit I've gotten used to you showing up at site visits twice per month before our meetings. You were there when HMART was constructed. You were there when Sun Microsystems was constructed and developed. You were there when 3rd Avenue and Wegmans was built as well. You would walk through these proposed construction sites with us to determine how we could protect our natural resources of bordering vegetative wetlands, streams, banks of streams, areas that flood, and a variety of wildlife habitats. Then on the next day at 7 p.m., twice every month, you would show up at our meetings with big piles of paper, all marked up in red. I must admit that I got used to seeing you, and I really looked forward to seeing you at every meeting. I always knew you had done your homework, and you had always quite a bit to say when we called upon you. I can still hear your words running through my mind now. You are working too close to the wetlands, you would say. Or the planting plan is insufficient. Or you might say, you propose to take down 20 trees and you're only replacing 5 trees. That is not enough. I even remember at HMART that you said that the proposed flimsy wooden railing over Vine Brook was not enough protection. And so we ended up, after your comments, with a stone wall that stands there today. So we are here today to recognize and thank you for 25 years of service to our town through the Burlington Conservation Commission. We prepared a little gift from the commission to you. We have assembled a book of pictures of a few of the commissioners that you've served with, and a host of beautiful places of woods, streams, flowers, birds, and things that are endemic to the town of Burlington, and hopefully it will remind you of your contribution to the town. The words I put were, you have protected our natural resources in so many ways. Your attention to detail and zeal to protect and replace trees was very well known. Thank you for a job well done. So it was an honor and a privilege to serve with you, Kerry.
Kerry, I just want to thank you for the, I don't know how many years I've been on the commission. It hasn't been 25, but I'm starting to feel like, oh, I might get there. But from the very beginning, you were really helpful in, just educating me about rules and so forth, and the bylaws related to the commission. But you also set the standard for being prepared, always prepared, being very critical in looking at plans and looking at intent to make sure that we were always protecting the wetland and protecting maybe more than we're kind of directed to protect, but it was important in terms of trees and habitats and so forth. And I also really appreciated the effort that you put forward in the program that the town used to have, where we used to give out tree seedlings at voter registration. And I used to come over here with you and help sort through these masses of seedlings, and then we would put each one, wrap each one, and we had instructions with them. And I hope there are probably many Burlington residents that look at trees that they planted from that and are very happy with that. I know I am. I have a beautiful magnolia and redbud that I really enjoy, that are huge trees now from these tiny little saplings. And I also appreciate your really good sense of humor. You've took a lot of ribbing over the 25 years from various people, but you were always good-natured and gave it right back. So I guess I'm going to take this off because it's kind of in the way. Maybe I'll even put it in my pocket. There we go. All right. So I feel like Miss Jean in Romper Room. So there's a few pages with the various commissioners that you've worked with. And then there's a page with various quotes from the commissioners that have written to you. I'll let you read what I wrote later, but Larry has asked me to read from the people who couldn't be here. So Indra, who's probably been on close to 25 years, maybe, I don't know. He was on as well as you when I joined. Indra says, Kerry, you are a tremendous asset to the Conservation Commission. You will be missed, but never forgotten. Thank you for your service to the town. And then Bill, who unfortunately had a doctor's appointment and couldn't come, he says, Kerry, thanks for your long-term service to the Burlington Conservation Commission. All of these photos were taken in Burlington. They illustrate your dedication and effort to protect the natural resources of our community. Here's hoping you continue to enjoy the beauty of our town for many years to come, Bill. And then from Jennifer, who is working, she says, Kerry, it was a pleasure and honor to work with you. Thank you for your tireless efforts for conservation in Burlington.
Kerry, I'm not going to go through the book because I didn't bring my reading glasses, so I'm sure you'll enjoy this. There's a lot of nice things written about you, and there's also a lot of really nice photography. So Larry's been trying to do this for quite a while, and frankly, I've been putting him off as long as I could because I wasn't really convinced that you were gone for good, and I thought you'd come back. So I kept putting Larry off, saying, "Oh well, let's wait. We can do it in the spring. We can do it next fall." And so finally I realized you're probably retired. But I held out hope for a while that you were just tired of it and you'd come back. So, I mean, it was a pleasure working with you. Obviously, everybody's mentioned the site visits. I just did some rough numbers in my head. It must have been over 500 site visits we went on. It's nobody, I don't think anybody's ever been as dedicated. You rarely missed a site visit, rarely missed meetings except during your winter hibernations when you disappeared to Europe or Florida, but for the rest of the time you were such a dedicated conservation commissioner. And the number of years, I mean, Burlington is so lucky to have you and Indra and Gail and Larry, all of you combined are like probably close to 100 years of service to the town. And it's just, the town is really lucky, and we miss you.
I want to really thank you those first 2 years that you sat to my left and you'd give me that little hit with your fist or finger saying, watch this, watch what this is going to be now. Yeah, sure, they said that, but they didn't really mean that. It's just so many little comments that you educated me to think. You educated me on the sites to look for something that specifically I had no idea to look for. So you were somewhat my educator. And I'm really appreciating everything that you've done, and listening to what your colleagues have basically said here about you is still another education about somebody that was so special to the town of Burlington. So I just want to thank you for those 2 years.
Kerry, I was only here for the last couple of years of your tenure, but I have to say I learned a lot from you, and I have immense respect from you. Like everybody said, you set a tone for friendly strictness. You were always consistent, always at meetings, always had something to say, and always had good comments and good questions to make. Always at the site visits, like everybody said. And I have to say, since you left, there's been the odd occasion when you've called into the office with, something to tell us or something to look out for, and I'm always pleased to pick up the phone when I see Kerry's name on there. So thank you very much for your time with us.
I'd like to give you this book.
Okay, I'm caught. I enjoyed, it's been a long time on the Conservation Commission, but I really enjoyed it, and I liked it a lot, and lots of nice people I've met. And I hope I've done my job for the town. And even when I drive around town, I always keep my eyes open, some little thing here or there, and sometimes it goes by, sometimes it doesn't. But I've had good times with everybody, and I know not the whole town inside out, but certainly I've seen a lot of it. And protecting the streams, they're very, very important, especially now. I mean, I go by just a small stream, it's dry. It's really dry. So we have to keep up that. No watering. Let me see what else. I met a lot of nice people. Lots of people. People have come and gone. They've come and gone, and some people we miss already, but I hope, someone gets another chance. Orally Slowly is the one who talked me into this. She's been gone for a number of years, but you should do that, you should do that. And I guess I got talked into it. So if you see someone else who's out there and they want to do this and put their part in for the town and make a difference, then it's rewarding. It really is. And very nice people to be with, too. Thank you. Oh, dear.
The commission appreciates your effort, the town appreciates your effort, and you've even heard that the business community appreciates your effort. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh, to see a lot of the projects come to us in the very beginning. And I know we've changed a lot of things, John, huh? Coming around to conservation standards. I mean, they've done it, but we've always tweaked it, which is great. Oh gosh, there's a lot. Let me see. Sun was a big project. Waywinds was a big project. The, let me see, who else? H-Mart, that's what they call it now? Yeah, another big project. Very worried about that, but I guess it's done okay through the years. Oh. Everything, people, things to, not the work. Spent hours and hours, you know, going over paperwork, but the good results that we get. And if it doesn't happen then we, you know, keep working and sort of work out, you know, can we compromise or we don't compromise, and we get the projects done the right way.